And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Ratzzia, a game in which you are the rat mob, trying to get as much sausage and cheese and, various crackers and things that rats want. This is a dice rolling game and then placement, think Yahtzee style, where you get to roll your dice and re-roll them and try to get food. But beware, someone might try to take your food. Here's how the game plays. The goal of this game is to get 25 food into your bag. Each player is going to have a bag, and you're going to be collecting food here in denominations of 1, 5, and 10 over the course of the game, but until it's in your bag, it's not safe. You got to get 25 in your bag to win. On your turn, you're going to roll all your dice, and if you want to, you can pick any number of these dice and re-roll them once. It's up to you. After that, you must put one die on the board, but you can put more. When you're putting dice on the board, you have to match specific numbers that are here. So maybe I'll put a 1 there. I could put a 1 here. I could put a 4 and a 4 there. I could even just put 1 6 there. That means if someone else puts a die there, it has to be a 6. Maybe I'll put a 2 here. And I'll put 2 4s here. Probably I would not do that. I might just save the rest of the dice to my next turn. Then the next player goes, so they'll take all their dice. And they're going to roll, and they decide they're going to keep these dice. They're going to put the 3, 4, and the 5 here, and they're going to put a pair of 1s here. Now, if you, on your turn, finish a row, then whoever is the turn it is gets the bonus. In this case, I get a die that I can use as a wild die of my color on a future turn. Everyone gets the reward under their dice, so you can see the black person's going to get 3 sausage, and the red person is going to get 1 sausage here. Then they don't get anything for these top 2 spaces, but they put them there to get the bonus at the top. What are the bonuses at the top? Whoever's at the top here can take that die and slide it under another row. Here the bonus at the top gets 2 sausage, 3 sausage, 2 sausage. No bonus at the top here, but a whole lot of food at the bottom. Here you can steal half the goods from somebody else. I'm sorry, that's this spot, the stealing. Here you can put goods in your bag equal to the higher number rolled. So let's say these are the dice that were placed here. Then I could put 12 goods in my bag, 12 food in my bag, because there's a double 6, which is 12. Here you steal half the goods from someone else. Here everyone has to pass half their goods to their neighbor, right or left, you choose. Down here, if someone puts dice down here, and the gray spots are filled up. So let's say I put a 4 here and then a 3 here. From now on, anytime anybody rolls a 3, it gets placed here, and when this is completely filled up, all dice come off the board with no rewards. You'll notice I pulled off this token here. That's because if you're playing with less than 5 players, you will cover up different spots on the board based on how many players are in the game. You keep going until someone gets 25 food in their bag. That person is the winner. The dice for this game, really good quality, great dice, and they fit in these slots really nicely. So that's good. I also like these pieces that cover up the spots, but be careful when you're playing this, they're really easy to throw away because they look like throwaway pieces. The food is fine, 1, 5s, and 10s, but I'll tell you what, there's not enough of it. We were constantly having to make change. Not to mention putting it in these bags. These bags are nice, but then you're like, how much food's in my bag again? There was constant looking for that. And I didn't feel the symbology was super clear. That being said, there are some really cool things. I really like how the inside of the box shows you how to set it up depending on how many players you have in the game, what spots to cover up. And the rules themselves were pretty clear, although they seem a lot longer for a game that's pretty simplistic. To veer always puts out a very nice product, and Ratzzia is no exception to that. It looks good, it's easy to play and teach, and has the feel, in my opinion, of a very mass marketing style game. This is the kind of game I could see playing at Walmart or other stores like that. You buy it and you get it, and you give it to people. It's pretty simple, easy to teach. You roll some dice, you then place them in the columns. There's some confusion, maybe the equal signs, you got to put the same ones in, and that what do the different bonuses do to explain that. But at the end of the day, people get it. Roll dice, get food, put food in bag. That's basically the gist of it. There is an incredibly high level of take that in this. You will steal half people's food. That pass the food in one direction or the other is probably going to hurt you at some point in the game. The cat there, which nobody has to do, but sometimes you're like, yeah, why not? And then everyone's dice comes off the board. You will consistently have stuff go. And in fact, I played a game of this where one person, after they won, a few people in the game were like, I have no food in my bag. It just never happened. Getting the food in the bag is the most important part of the game, and there's even an odd rule where, for example, if I can put 10 food in the bag, but I only have 7 food, I can't do it. You need to put at least 10 food in the bag if I roll double 5s there. So, at the end of the day, it's an okay game. I didn't hate it. I like rolling the dice and filling the columns. That part is a pretty cool concept. But it just felt like, collect some food, steal it from somebody else. It felt like, your typical take that game with some cool dice rolling mechanisms on the side. It didn't feel strong enough for me to want to keep playing it over and over and over again. It's very, very lucky. It's very, very much take that, go after your opponents. And so I think there are some people who play games like Munchkin and things like that who will probably be more in tune with this. It looks good, it's easy to play, and I played with people who had a really good time. And like I said, I can laugh and joke and get along with this game, but once I put it back on the shelf, there's no real strong desire for me to pull it out and play it again. Even as a lark, it's an entertaining lark, but there are shorter games where I want to have at least a little bit better decision making without the wild chaos that this game can bring. You may differ. This may be something that really appeals to you. If so, check out Ratzzia. I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment, it's an okay way to spend some time.